A lot of people are upset right now. How upset?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Well, you've got no choice, because on March 7th in Atlanta, there will be an All-Star game, and some very good players won't be there. You think Dame got snubbed not being in the starting lineup? Try not making the team. A lot has changed since I put up my early All-Star ballot. Well, this video calls out what the voters got wrong. Hey, it's Casey, welcome to AM Hoops. A lot of people ask me how AM Hoops got to 100,000 subscribers in about a year, and Skillshare is a big reason why. I'm so excited that they're the sponsor of today's video because they are a part of the AM Hoops journey. So it's a place that you go learn about stuff. Like if you want to master a skill that you have or learn a new skill, whether it be creative or more practical. Like if you're an athlete, they have videos on nutrition. If you're into YouTube or whatever, they have videos on getting better at YouTube, at photography, at editing. The best part is, like, it's all about learning. So there are no ads. They're always launching new premium classes. So whatever your creative outlet is, you can get better. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. So I'll put a link in the description. The first 1,000 people get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. If you want to know what that video that I watched was that helped me get better at YouTube, let me know in the comments and I will let you know. But literally thousands of videos to get better at whatever your creative outlet is. So the first 1,000 people, link is below, free trial. It helps the channel and it will definitely help you. Let's start with the East Snubs. Bam Adebayo. It is criminal that Bam won't be in Atlanta. I know the Heat are disappointing, but not their center. He's expanded his game, shooting efficient mid-range jumpers, 85% from the free throw line, automatic in the restricted area at 80%. Dude runs the offense, second only to Nikola Jokic as the best passing big in the East. I guess defending all 5 positions means nothing to All-Star voters. Jimmy Butler. I know he hasn't played a lot, but we forgave Kyrie Irving for taking a personal leave with a starting spot? If All-Star's a popularity contest, I don't get why Butler didn't make it. He was a star of the bubble, and he's been really good when he's played this season. Now, this isn't as bad of a snub as we've seen because, yes, he has missed time with COVID, but Jimmy has got to be one of the 24 best players in the NBA. Tobias Harris is a snub. I knew this was coming, but it still hurts. Tobias was the Sixers' second best player for the first quarter of the season. They got off to a hot start, and Toby somehow is earning his contract. The numbers aren't a lock, 21 points, 8 boards, shooting 43% from deep, but that's still All-Star worthy. The best team in the East deserved another spot, and Tobias Harris is playing his best ball yet. How about Khris Middleton? Another 50-40-90 season for this dude. If he made it the last 2 years with similar numbers, how did he not make it again? Look, I don't think he's good enough to be the number 2 on a title team, but this is different. The All-Star game is to reward the best, usually offensive players in the game, and few can score like this guy. Next up is DOMANTAS Sabonis of the Pacers. Very underrepresented, it's not a surprise. His numbers are comparable to Julius Randle for another team in the middle of the East. Sabonis made his first All-Star last year, so not making it with better stats this season is a snub. About 3 more points a game, more efficient, career-high assists, a little less than 1 block fewer per game. This is a case of people overlooking the Pacers. We did that before the season. Sabonis showed us how dumb that was, and so is this snub. Next up, Jrue Holiday. The number 1 stat showing his value, Jrue goes out and the Bucks lose 5 straight. He's been an amazing two-way player in Milwaukee, as usual. Nearly leads the NBA in steals and deflections. Just 14 points a game, but his most efficient season. Jrue's the definition of a winning player doing it on both ends, but it makes sense he's a snub. He doesn't make any noise, he's a two-way player, and defense isn't cool enough. He'll get revenge though come playoff time. Yes, Fred VanVleet is a snub. Raptor fans, get ready for some love. My favorite players ball out on both ends, and Steady Freddy is All-NBA defense and the Raptors' best offensive player. Only 9 guys average at least 20 points, 6 assists, and 4 blocks. The stats say he's one of the top 24 in the league, but fans and his peers somehow don't agree. Next up, Trae Young. Look, I don't think he's a starter. Shouldn't have been last year, but he's definitely a snub. A lot of players aren't a big fan of how Trae draws fouls and complains to the refs, but he is a star in this league. You can't deny that. Anyone who controls the ball like Harden in Houston and puts up top 10 stats is a star, even if they're unlikable and bad on defense. On to the West, and some of these snubs made me sick. First, Mike Conley. 14 years of consistent competitive basketball, 0 All-Stars. The Jazz are the best in the West, and I get that Spider Mitchell and Rudy Gobert had to be locks, but could we not have 3 Jazz players? Conley has a career-high 41% from deep on 7 3-point attempts. The advanced stats say he belongs to. He will go down as the best player to never be an All-Star. What about De'Aaron Fox? This dude was made for the All-Star game. A one-way player, but flashy as hell and fun to watch. Fox has MVP offensive numbers the last 20 or so games. 26 points and 8 assists. He's been one of the most clutch players in the league, earning that max extension. Fox will make it one day, but unfortunately for him, this year was a snub. Brandon Ingram. BI, another case of someone sharing stats and getting punished. Zion has taken another step and carries some of the load. I love how Ingram has upped his defense this season, but offensively, he still has all-star numbers like last year. About 24 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. It was good enough last season and for a fat contract, so a snub this year. And lastly, SHAI GILGEOUS-ALEXANDER. The only good news about this snub, his first All-Star is coming fast. SHAI has taken another step with big numbers and efficiency without Chris Paul. One of 11 players at 25-5 with 60% true shooting according to The Ringer. The Chris Paul clutchness must have rubbed off because he kills it in crunch time. SGA has missed time, OKC is losing, so it makes sense, but it is a snub. Let me know in the comments if I missed anyone or who you disagree with, East or West, but ultimately I feel really bad for the guys who may not get another shot, but I know some of these younger snubs will have their day soon.